Hi everybody, this is a video I wanted to do for a while, but I had to see the movie again so I'd give you a clear perspective on it. Because as it says in the description here, it was made in 1996, so it's been a while since it was on TV, and then I had to find it again because I didn't want to give a perspective from the last time I watched it unless it was recent, and then I watched it about 2 or 3 weeks ago so I can give you a full kind of a synopsis on it and my opinions on it. Okay. Um, and I'm gonna make this, and this is gonna be a blanket statement in the beginning of the '90s were when they made good movies. Like you had your movies of the week, uh, and Lifetime actually did some good movies back then. Not like they do now. So, this was made in 1996. It stars Tim Matheson, Jenny Garth, and Peter Facinelli. Okay, now, y'all know that I'm a huge fan of Jenny Garth, so let's put that out of the way first. And then also, this is where she met Peter Facinelli, her ex-husband now, but that's when they got married, right after they met. Okay. Okay, so the storyline is Sheila, played by Jenny Garth, is an art student who has an affair with her teacher. Not unheard of, but you know. Okay. So you think, okay, young girl taken advantage by older guy. I've seen this story before. But you haven't. Because number one, she plays a bad girl. But number two, and this makes him a really bad guy. Okay, they're both bad because first of all, I've said this before, I'll say it again, I'll probably say it before I'm dead. But if someone is married or in a committed relationship, that person should not be involved with any other person unless the person they're involved with knows about it. That's how I feel, that's how I will always feel. Okay? On top of that, she has cancer. Okay? The wife has cancer. And because the husband wasn't being taken care of or thought she was going to die, then that justified in his mind what he did. Okay. Then when he found out that she was going to be okay, then he tried to rectify the whole situation, which I don't agree with either. Because if you hadn't put yourself in this situation in the first place, you wouldn't have to rectify it at that point. Okay. But the character Sheila is just as guilty because she knows he's married, so she shouldn't be involved with him anyway. That's how I feel. My opinion. Okay. All right. So then Peter Facinelli plays his son, and so okay. So they've had an affair, and he rejects her because he wants to get back with his wife. So in a way to get revenge on him, she decides she's going to start seeing his son and get his son involved. And it just becomes a big old mess after that. I don't think anyone dies in this, but there is like a threat of danger at some points because Sheila, the character, wields a knife a couple times. And I think she even threatens to unalive herself at some point or do some kind of harm. So yeah, we have that, but like slightly, but because she's, I don't know, the kindest way to say it is unhinged, and I don't mean it in a way of, I'm not using the word unhinged lightly or because I can't find another one, but because I truly feel like she was that way. Okay. And like I said, she involved the son, but then I think she did fall in love with the son, but the son realized it was so convoluted he didn't want to be involved. So then it ends up that she's not with anybody really. But it's 2 hours worth of twists and turns all over the place. Because also the wife, um, she doesn't really trust the husband because of past events. So when he says he wants to be with her, she doesn't really trust him. And when Sheila comes back around, she questions him a little too much, but understandably so, about, are you sure you don't want to be with her? You were with her before, that kind of stuff. So in this movie, and now that I've seen a lot more movies from the 90s, I understand that some of them don't hold up. But whenever you make a movie that makes me question things and like makes me feel bad for the wife or whoever, um, I don't know. I guess he did a good job, but I really feel bad for the wife because if you have to question your own thought process because somebody else has done you wrong so many times, that's not a good place to be in. And well, this is going to sound simplistic, and I don't mean it to sound this way because I understand relationships are complicated and multi layered, multifaceted, all that. But if you don't have trust, you don't have anything. So maybe they should have split before, but that's just me, and I understand that we're not, when we're talking about a movie or a TV show or whatever, it's a different kind of thing. But I'm just talking about how I try to put it into real life too. And if I was in this situation, I wouldn't be in this situation. Um, but okay, as far as acting goes, I really believe Jenny Garth's portrayal of someone who goes like that because, and it shows how well she can act because at first you think she's really sweet and everything from her past roles. And I'm not just talking Beverly Hills, I'm talking every other movie role she's done. She's always been the sweet girl or the nice woman. This one, she got to be a little bit different than that, but I totally believe her in both roles. So that tells you something. Um, yeah, so if you'd like a thriller mind bender kind of a thing, this might be up your alley, okay? But to let you guys know, it's a television movie, and so if you can't suspend your disbelief, I would say don't watch it because otherwise you'll want to hit your head against something. So just a fair warning. All right, bye guys.